I pressed the button, it's actually happening. I'm really nervous. I'm like, oh, I don't want anyone to see me. Hi, hello, welcome back. My name is Elmo, and today I'm giving you an update on my reading goals and reading challenges for this year. I don't think I ever made a video stating what my goals and challenges for this year were in regards to reading. I don't think I ever made a video this year, full stop. So I guess let's hash those out right now. This year, I aimed to read 30 books. So far I've read 19, and I am on track for a 30 book year thing. You get what I mean. You get it, it's fine. Of those 19 books, roughly half of them are owned books. This year I've really been trying to focus on reading books that I already own, books that are on my shelf. 10 of the 19 books I've read have been ones from my shelf. Ideal. Some of the other challenges I had this year, I took part in Big Book Summer again this year. The book I had chosen to be my Big Book Summer book was The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. I got maybe halfway into it before it was too depressing. I love a depressing read, don't get me wrong. I read sad stuff all of the time, but it was the hottest summer on record for the UK. We had heatwave after heatwave after heatwave. We've literally had our first rain yesterday since maybe April, so it's not been great. That's an over-exaggeration, but I cannot remember the last time it rained, and it was raining now. It's great. Nature is healing. So for Big Book Summer, I did not read The Book Thief. I did, however, read Six of Crows. For some reason, I have a collector's edition of it that's signed, and thank God I do, because it was a 5-star read. I devoured that book. I think I read it in 4 days, which, that's like 100 pages a day, dude. That's crazy. But I really loved it. It was a good time, and I do not fear 400-page books anymore. 600, yes. 800, Jesus Christ, give me a year. Give me a year to get through that. 400, no sweat, mate. I can do it. I can read that. Lickety split. But yeah, Big Book Summer is a big book success. I read Six of Crows and it was a great time. And I ordered the second book in that duology off of eBay immediately. So I do have that now to read also. But I think I'm going to save that for maybe November, December, when things are getting a bit rough. The summer depression flips to winter depression. We're in the autumnal what is depression vibes at the moment, so we're really living it up. That's why this is happening, just so you know. So that's great. We did Big Book Summer. It was great. I think I'm gonna do it every year, honestly, because it's so fun. Six of Crows, great time, 5-star read, love it. Some of the upcoming challenges for the rest of the year, these are ones that I haven't finished yet but are kind of ongoing. I made myself a book bingo for this year. This is my reading journal, by the way. It's great. I write down all the things about all the things I read, and it's a really fun time. But in here, I have a book bingo, which is great. I have ticked off 11 of the 25 prompts. And believe it or not, I haven't reached bingo yet. I am 2 squares away in 5 different directions of getting bingo. The one that is the closest, the one that is closest to being achieved, is the middle vertical line, because I have finished an abandoned book. I'm currently back on my wager grind. I'm trying to finish the wager. Oh my gosh. It's just so, things keep happening, and there's a mutiny, and they kill each other, and it keeps going. I'm like, yeah, we've done this for 200 pages, guys, come on. But that is going to be my abandoned book. Either that or Private Rights. Just get it off my shelf. I don't like Private Rights. I don't know why. It's not fun. I thought it would be more magic realism, and it's not. And I'm halfway through it. Why? I say halfway. I'm a third into it. That's not quite the same. But finish a abandoned book and then read poetry. I have so much poetry on my shelf, but I have one that I'm very fond of that I haven't actually read the whole way through, and that is W.H. Auden Another Time, which I did do my A-level coursework on. So that would be my vertical, that would be my first bingo. But I also have read a banned book, which I think I technically have done, but I'm trying not to double up things. I'm being very mean to myself, trying to read more of my own stuff. The only 2 squares that I can double up on are my Read 5 classics, because 6 felt too much. Sorry, Sui. Sorry. I am still trying to do that, which I might be able to do in October, and you'll see why in a second. And then the Read 10 owned. It would be horrendous if I was like, that's a separate thing that you can't double up for. Are you joking? 15 books that don't count to the 25? You what? But I have read a banned book and read a short story collection. I have Labyrinths by Jorge Luis Borges, which I've had for a year, and I desperately want to read it. And one of the books I'm reading right now is A Short Stay in Hell. Stephen. I know it began with an S. A Short Stay in Hell by Stephen L. Peck. And they talk about a short story that Borges wrote that is in Labyrinths. So I now have 2 stories. Everyone keeps bringing up Borges. Oh, it's raining and my mum put washing outside and I have to stop, and this is... Bruh. Everything I'm reading keeps bringing up Borges, so I want to read some Borges. So that's on my up next. There you go. And then 2 other things. 2 other challenges. They're not really like official challenges. I've kind of made them up to encourage myself reading more of my own stuff. September is soon upon us, and there is an existing challenge called Shorty September, where there's loads of different prompts. You can follow them or you can not follow them, and you read short books in September, or for like a week in September, I don't know. I'm kind of altering that existing challenge, and I'm going to read all of my short, skinny books in September. I say all. I have a selection of skinny books, and I'm going to try and get through as many as I can in September. These include, but are not limited to, this is not an exhaustive list, Orbital by Samantha Harvey, At Night All Blood's Black by David Diop, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, Animal Farm by George Orwell, etc, etc, etc. So we've got a nice little clutch of slim-ish books to read. And then in October, I have, for some reason, signed myself up for a buddy read with my work friends to read 700 pages of Wilkie Collins' Woman in White. Woman in White is kind of like the origin novel that Woman in Black was based on. It took a lot of inspiration from it. Woman in White's a classic book and largely considered a kind of foundational book within the Gothic genre, which is very fun. I've not read Gothic in ages, they say, having read Frankenstein like 4 months ago. Beside the point. So I've got that buddy read in October, but I also want to kind of spooky it up and maybe get some of my last classics for Sui's Book Banter's Classic 6 challenge, and also my Read 5 Classic Square on my personal bingo. So we've got Dracula, that's a bit spooky, a bit classic. We've got The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving, which is, you know, a bit spooky, a bit classic. We also have 13 Stories by Jonathan Sims. He's recently come out with another book, which tells me his writing kind of must be good if he can come out with more, which may be misplaced, but I love the Magnus Archives. Something's wrong with him and I love it, so we're gonna read that, hopefully. And then I also have Thin Air by Michelle Paver, which has been on my to-read list for ages. I love a good mountaineer disaster story, fiction or non-fiction, love it. So that'll be a fun one to have a look at. I think that might be it. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing in October. And hopefully we'll be closer to that 30 book goal by then. So that's my plans basically for the rest of the year. Those are the challenges I'm doing. Those are the goals that I have set that I'm aiming to accomplish. I will say, not doing BookTube gives me so much time to read, which is so frustrating because the year I did BookTube before, I didn't read as much, but I made a ton of videos about the little that I had read and a lot that I hadn't. And now that I've read a bunch, I don't have time for this. I want to get back to the books. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's stuff to be read, there's stuff that has been read, and there's challenges that I'm doing. There you go. A lot of the challenges on Storygraph that I'm doing this year are owned book related, because that's what I'm trying to get through. I think we're at 200 and something now. Yeah, 210 or something. Okay. So we're trying to get rid of some. And by doing that, you have to read them first, because I'm not reading them. Great. Great. Hope you guys are doing better than me this year. It's been a rough one, but it's also been great. There's good in the bad and bad in the good, and you just gotta let it happen. Let me know what some of your favourite books have been so far this year. Mine have been Six of Crows. I really enjoyed the first Mistborn book as well. I finished that this year. I've got the second one waiting for me. I'm intimidated, but I'm excited. The latest Murderbot book came out. Stunning. Stunning. Classic Murderbot adventures. Love it. Foster by Claire Keegan. I read that this year. I literally read it 2 days ago in the span of a few hours. What a masterful writer Claire Keegan is. Truly, truly stunning. I guess I'll see you soon. I'll see you when I see ya. See ya. Hi, I'm still alive. And today I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to give you an update. Fuck that. I have a book bingo, which is great. And that's not the book, I showed you the wrong page. We did it!